Is Sam Ovens a scam, fake, or legit? Hey everybody, my name is Nang, and here's my personal review on Sam Ovens and his Consulting Accelerator course or program. Please be forewarned that the opinions expressed here are only my own, as my experience and skill level in business will most likely differ from that of other students who's taking the same course, so they will have a different opinion of their own. So therefore, just take what I have to say with a grain of salt and make your own decision, okay? With that said, is Sam Ovens' Consulting Accelerator program a scam or the real deal? You are here because you have questions, and I have answers through my own experience, so just hang in there and just see what I have to say. Okay, so to start, who is Sam Ovens? Sam Ovens is an entrepreneur from Auckland, New Zealand. He's known for quitting his the corporate world and dropping out of college to start a business from his parents' garage. Sam currently runs the website consulting.com and has been featured in Forbes, Entrepreneur, Inc., Wall Street Journal, and many other publications. However, most of you, like myself, came across Sam Ovens through one of his Facebook ads. Okay, so in the interest of saving time, you may stop reading if you feel any of the thoughts after disqualifies you from further pursuit of interest in the program. First of all, let's get something straight here, and that is Consulting Accelerator is not for everyone. It is a relatively expensive program, so it's only for people who's quite serious and want to put some skin into the game per se. Also, just because you bought the course doesn't mean you're going to be rich and successful, if you even make a dollar at all. If you're looking for the fancy tools or application to buy that will automate setup of your business as well as conduct business processes on your behalf, it's not. If you aren't ready to commit at least 100 hours, that's right, 100 conservative hours towards learning and rehashing your reality, Consulting Accelerator is most definitely not for you. It revolves around learning and building solid fundamentals of business, not gimmicks. Although the marketing may seem to imply it is not a get-rich-quick program by any means at all. In fact, the approach Sam has towards success is very old school with just modern flares. Sales. What can I say about sales? The beef of Sam's program revolves around phone calls and closing customers. So if you're petrified to interact with strangers and refuse to overcome this personal obstacle, the program will not work for you. Sam is constantly harping about the one thing that most students have in common, and that's thousands of strategy sessions. So the more you do, the better seasoned you'll be, and the more clients you'll close. Think of a Consulting Accelerator as a blueprint that will lay out a detailed plan of how to build a successful consulting practice. And it kind of sounds awesome, right? But you still need to go out there and build it, As mentioned earlier, expect to put in a lot of hours learning the training, then go out and into the real world and executing what you learn, failing, getting feedback, making adjustments, and then trying again and again. So only those who can endure the criticism, rejections, hardship, loneliness, and still find the spirit to not give up and persist on, maybe, perhaps it will find success. Just don't go expecting to go into Consulting Accelerator without investing more money, though, beyond the initial ticket. I want to make it clear that Sam Ovens does in no way try to nickel and dime his customers, but to get the most or maximum benefit out of Consulting Accelerator, you will likely need to invest in additional calendaring funnel and CRM software. This additional software is not proprietary to Sam Ovens, though, and can be procured on your own. Who can benefit from Consulting Accelerator? Consulting Accelerator is for people who's kind of fed up with the rat race and want to venture on their own and build something that they can be proud of. It's for people who want to jump right into the game and learn from someone who's ready to pave the way. Why start from scratch and learn everything the hard way and waste time and money when you can just be handed a blueprint to just go build it? Let's take, for example, if you had to build an airplane on your own, how would you go about doing it? Would you dump a bunch of money and spend years in school, learn about physics from someone who's never built a plane but understands the theory behind it? Or would you just go directly to the Wright brothers and invest a smaller chunk of money and get a proven design as well as a list of building materials and a trusted contractor? This is a no-brainer, right? As 99.99% of us would just do the latter and seek an expert. So if I have given you the impression that Consulting Accelerator is for noobs who are naive to the business world, and that is totally not the case. Although the program is designed for total greenhorns to follow, savvy and experienced business entrepreneurs will most likely get faster results out of this That is because the program does a fantastic job explaining the successful consulting journey in details that experienced entrepreneurs can easily identify what they've done wrong and take the appropriate measures to correct it. What's included in Consulting Accelerator? To start off, Sam Ovens' Consulting Accelerator is over 104 hours worth of video. And it's not something you take lightly. It's not one of those programs where you only listen once. To be able to absorb and take this behemoth course in, you need to pretty much go through it multiple times. Many students, as myself, have done that. And we find ourselves coming back every now and often for a refresher. Now, as far as the general topics covered in Consulting Accelerator, I would say that it's not unique to Sam Ovens. You could say that it's along the lines of being out there already on the internet. However, where the program really shines is Sam Ovens' understanding and implementation of strategies and techniques to the nth degree. It is truly next level stuff. For example, you may recognize the slogan from Bruce Lee, "It's not the man who knows 100 kicks that I fear, it's the man who only knows one kick." So Sam's teaching is along this fashion where you're doing less, but you're implementing it to the a degree that nobody can touch you. When I bought the Consulting Accelerator program, I thought perhaps Sam was just teach you techniques on marketing, sales, and Facebook ads, but there was actually more, much more in fact. What I really bought was a 6-week training program on mindset, psychology, marketing, tactics, sales, and even a closing script, and this thing called a Niche 2.0. What the heck is a Niche 2.0 anyways? Trust me, you want to know about this one. Very extensive Facebook training, over 24 hours in fact, operations, how to scale your business, a very supportive Facebook community, and more. Alright, so why did I buy? So here's a little background first. I started my own digital marketing agency a little over a year ago and devote a lot of energy and focus to learning how digital marketing works. Soon afterwards, I started getting results, and I was pretty stoked up about it. However, when it's time to focus on the business side of it, such as client getting, I really so what I've been doing is pretty much what every other entrepreneur do, and that is establishing all sorts of social media accounts, attending chamber meetings, other types of networking, email marketing, etc. And although that may work here and there, it's a lot of energy and time spent. I also had no ability to correlate the activity and track it to get more businesses. So as many people say, it's nothing more than just hope marketing, because it's kind of true in a way. So upon doing more research on how to attract and get more consulting clients, systematically I came across Sam Ovens, saw his ad about what separates a struggle bunny and a rainmaker consultant. Really kind of resonated with me, especially about real businesses, about being able to spend money to get clients every time in a systematic format, and those businesses can track and account for the cost of acquisition down to the nearest dollar. It makes sense because if you don't have a method for producing more business, you pretty much only have an expensive. That's the difference between the struggle bunnies and the rainmaker. So I bought Sam Ovens' Consulting Accelerator program. Okay, so what I like about Consulting Accelerator, this program is huge. I mean, Sam Ovens is not skimping on material and does not backfill any of it with filler. There are sometimes students who even joke that there's too much material. The training section is drip-fed on a week-to-week format. Each topic is narrated by Sam in a video format with plenty of illustrative examples. He's also provided the lessons in a transcript and MP3 format as well. The mindset training is out of this world. It made me realize and see how the world works in a different perspective. What's funny is I originally went into the program just looking for Facebook training, but in the end, the mindset turned out to be the most powerful and life-changing section for myself. The sales and marketing training is awesome as well, and I kid you not, it comes with a level 10 closing script. So if you want Facebook training, look no further, because this course can be a course on its own. And it's well worth the near $2,000 price tag by itself. The Facebook community is very supportive and helpful, and also keeps you motivated. Also, Sam is always revamping the program, and when he does, those updates are tossed in for no additional charge. There's also plenty of support, as he has 2 other coaches hosting 2 weekly Q&As, and to top that off, Sam himself also hosts an additional 2-hour weekly Q&A of his own. So that's why I like the course, and because you can interact with Sam himself. Is Consulting Accelerator worth the $2,000 price tag? All that matters when you invest nearly $2,000 into a course is how you feel afterwards. I can't speak for others, but for me personally, I'd say yes. It's worth the price tag more because the value that I received from it was worth the investment in time. And here's why: because I believe the information training I received would have surpassed years of trial and error on my own part if I went into this, on my own. And as you know, one of the fastest success model is through a mentorship. Alright, so here's a big question. Is Sam Ovens a scam? To be fair, let's base this question on the claims made at the Consulting Accelerator webinar. After all, that's where most people see before deciding on whether the program is a fit or not. So starting off, Sam provides a disclaimer, and he says that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. There's no black hat software or one-button click system, as well as the results obtained by him and his students are not typical. Instead, you'll need to learn real business strategies and skills in program to, in order to be successful. Next, the title of the webinar is How to Start a Wildly Profitable Consulting Business and Get Your First High-Value Client in 42 Days. Sam mentions that in order to start a consulting business, you just need to do these three things. You need to rewire your brain and be a new person. You need to find a niche and an offer that provides real value to people. And you also need a proven and repeatable process to attract and convert clients. Now, each of these topics he goes into a fair bit of detail about, about an hour's worth. In fact, just to give people an understanding of, the concept of how these components are interwoven and work together. Shortly afterwards, Sam Ovens informs that these concepts is all that there is. Shortly afterwards, Sam Ovens informs that these two concepts was all there is to it. There's two paths now. So the first, the viewer can just go and apply it themselves through trial and error, or the second is which is to buy and learn from his experience through the Consulting Accelerator program. So he wasn't baiting or misleading, and he also answered the question of how he was going to help people land their first client in 42 days, and that's with one of his 5 organic methods. So for anybody who bought the program, they knew exactly what they were getting, as well as what it consisted of. He was very transparent in that as well. Whether the person bought the program or not is, a personal decision or a lack of fit. Therefore, being a Consulting Accelerator member and having gone through the program myself, I can assure you that Sam Ovens is indeed not a scam. Alright, so there you have it, folks. My personal review on Sam Ovens' Consulting Accelerator training program. If you were to only get one thing out of my review on Sam Ovens, it's this. Some of the topics and concepts in Consulting Accelerator is not totally unique to Sam Ovens, such as the mindset training, sales, marketing, Facebook, etc. But where his program really rises above the rest is the level of execution that Sam Ovens takes each concept. It sets it apart from everyone else, so much so that if you were to buy the program, you will soon notice this. A lot of gurus that you may have come across on the web was trained by Sam Ovens. I have bought many programs for a lot more money than this, but none of them were this detailed, over the 100 hours, well thought out and put together. Remember, there's no gimmicks, stupid tricks, or exploiting a temporary loophole somewhere. Sam believes in using proven strategies and concepts that will flow with today's ever-changing time and technologies. So, in closing, I hope that my review was able to provide you a bit more clarity on Sam Ovens. If you're considering purchasing Sam's program to get out of a rut per se, I'd say go for it. I was there at one point, and I'm glad I did. Just remember that Sam Ovens is also giving you a 14 days money-back guarantee as well. Just be sure to watch the course and perform the exercises, and you really have nothing to lose.